Grihasta and Grihamedhi. Firstly, many individuals are not fully aware of their true self. They mistakenly identify themselves with their physical body, which is composed of earth, water, ether, air, fire, mind, intelligence, and false ego. However, the soul is not limited to these material elements but exists beyond them. While temporary things eventually vanish, the soul is immortal. The soul is characterized by the qualities of Sachidananda, full of bliss, eternality, and knowledge. In reality, the soul is Sachidananda, which means it is full of joy, eternity, and knowledge and happiness. Unfortunately, due to the false identification with the eight material elements, the soul experiences suffering and various forms of misery, such as those caused by the body, other living beings, and natural disasters. These miseries are a result of the soul's attachment to the physical body. However, when the soul identifies itself with the super soul, which is its master, lover, and father, it can transcend these miseries and experience true happiness. People often experience envy towards one another, especially among those who are considered Grihamedhis. Grihamedhis are individuals who live solely for the benefit of their family members, and this extends to their community, caste, society, and nation. However, they may become jealous if another Grihamedhi attains a better position or becomes wealthy. This jealousy is known as Medhi and is considered an unwanted habit or anartha, along with Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, and Matsarya. Lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, jealousy. In contrast, he lives with their spouse and children but strives for spiritual progress and understanding of the ultimate truth. People in the spiritual world do not experience envy towards each other. Envy is an anartha that should be avoided, as it can arise towards family members, relatives, or even parents. Unfortunately, envy is prevalent in society today, and it is essential to recognize and overcome this unwanted habit. It is evident that envy is a prevalent issue in society. People are constantly competing with one another regardless of their gender or family roles. Those who solely focus on material and family affairs tend to be envious of others who achieve success. Even within families and communities, envy arises when others achieve progress or success. This issue extends beyond individuals to society and nations. There are instances where certain communities receive reservations which can lead to envy from other communities. In turn, this can lead to conflicts and disturbances in society. However, envy and other negative emotions do not exist in the spiritual world, where individuals work towards serving Lord Krishna. Unfortunately, societal conflicts and riots continue to occur due to envy and selfishness. The Hindu-Muslim riots and conflicts between nations like India and Pakistan are examples of how envy can lead to major problems. It is crucial to recognize and address this issue to promote harmony and peace within families, communities, and nations. In the age of Kali, selfishness has spread and householders are often jealous of each other. This is because they lack understanding of the ultimate truth. Many people are focused solely on earning money or gaining technical or research knowledge, but they are not studying the nature of the soul or the living entities. Instead, they are researching the various elements of the material world, such as earth, water, ether, air, fire, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Unfortunately, they are not researching the nature of the souls or the living force. Due to their lack of knowledge about spiritual qualities, they have many sources of information available to them, such as political, scientific, social, and economic views. Economic news. There are now many satellite channels that broadcast various news programs offering thousands of topics to choose from. People tend to prioritize news about politics, economics, and social welfare, neglecting the primary issues of life such as birth, old age, disease, and death. These are the main problems that require immediate attention and resources. Instead, people focus on solving economic, political, scientific, and social problems, forgetting that human life is meant for finding the ultimate solution to these primary issues. People are often misled by material nature and forget about self-realization. However, only in the human form of life can we solve these problems. Lord Krishna has two forms of Maya: Yoga Maya, where we serve him as his servants, knowing his lordship, and Mahamaya, where we forget his lordship and believe that we can enjoy everything as a lord. This illusion thinking is Maya, and it causes us to forget everything about self-realization. We tend to forget our true nature of serving Lord Krishna and engage in various temporary activities. The ultimate solution to the problems of life is to return to our true home, back to Godhead, as mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. It states that the miseries of material existence are birth, old age, disease, death. The material world is described as Dukkhale Masashvatam by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Despite this, we make great plans to settle here permanently. But the Lord reminds us that all places in the material world, from the highest planet to the lowest, are places of misery, where repeated birth and death occur. Lord Krishna states that those who attain his abode never take birth again. The main problem the soul encounters in the material world is birth, old age, disease, which we need to address. Instead, we often focus on solving political, scientific, and economic crises, while neglecting the actual problems. The solution to our problems lies in obtaining a spiritual body in the Vaikuntha planets or the spiritual world. Lord Krishna spoke in the Bhagavad Gita about how this material world is temporary and full of miseries. He said that the true happiness cannot be found here, as it is as rare as a drop of water in the desert. In the past, people used to meditate through Ashtanga Yoga, but it is not practical now. Instead, in Kali Yuga, we can practice various forms of devotion to Lord Krishna and Lord Vishnu, such as Sravanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, and Atma Nivedanam. I learned that there are 9 kinds of devotional service we can offer to Lord Krishna. By engaging in these services, we can serve Lord Krishna and eventually go to the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, we can live eternally and enjoy serving Lord Krishna. Everything in the spiritual material world is constantly changing, from our families and careers to our countries and even our identities. However, in the spiritual world, everything is eternal. Lord Krishna can be served in various ways, such as father, son, master, husband, or even as a cow or a oak tree. There are countless opportunities to serve him. In the spiritual world, there are various ways to establish a relationship with God. Every soul has a unique relationship with God, and we can develop this connection by practicing Bhakti Yoga. This process involves 9 types of devotional services, such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Atma Nivedanam, and we can engage in these services to serve Lord Krishna. However, many people nowadays are glorifying mortal beings such as cinema stars, sports stars, and politicians. They waste their time and energy on these temporary things instead of focusing on establishing a relationship with God. People are spending a lot of time and energy on useless things, such as creating literature about film stars and politicians. They misuse the time and energy given to them and do not give it back to God. They speculate about God and write books about Him for their sense gratification. Therefore, the ultimate point is that we should become Grihasta and not Grihamedhi. We should not be envious of others. This is my message. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatham ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय.